OneSearch is around 30 years old and it's always been based in Glasgow, but just over 20 years ago we provided our service solely in England. But essentially what the business is set up to do is to provide all the conveyancing reports that you need if you're ever buying or selling property and land. So we supply into the conveyancing industry, predominantly solicitors. The business was growing really rapidly, but we were finding we had capacity issues. We were constantly throwing people at an issue where really what we needed was a system that could grow with us along with the business. And because we were storing data, that data storage was getting tighter and tighter. And we also needed ways in which we could store the data securely and we could verify it more readily. We've managed to increase people's capacity by a third, and we also had a really long training period within the business, which was an issue when we took on a new contract. It could take us 6 months, local 6 months to train someone, but even longer period by the time we recruited and brought them in. So we were never able to respond very quickly to large influxes of work. We've now reduced that by 50%. Yes, so more recently we had a project where we were looking to increase the capacity, as I said, of the individuals and the training time. So the training time was cut from 6 months to 12 weeks. And on average, before we implemented the new solution with Pulsion, people were able to do around about 35 reports per day, and people can now comfortably execute 50.
So Pulsion has worked with OneSearch for many years. There have been many different projects over the years. One recent one was to rewrite part of their CMS system to streamline it for the production team. Over the years, the part of the system had developed to be used by 3 different teams, and they wanted to streamline it for one team in particular. Pulsion did requirements capture meetings with all the stakeholders. Even though it was to streamline the process for one team, the other teams would still need to be involved to ensure that the system kept working for them because they had a different business process. After that, wireframes were produced so that the end users could visualise easier what system they were going to end up with. And we also did frequent releases both to UAT and live so that the new processes could be used as soon as possible, and also any issues or further improvements could be picked up. Some of the challenges were not breaking the existing system for teams that would need to keep using the existing system, keeping them updated with any changes that would affect them with the new business process. The way that was resolved was frequent updates to the end users with any changes that would affect them, explaining it for each team differently depending on how it would affect them, and again giving them access to a UAT system to test frequently so they could still see that it would be working for them in the future. It was really enjoyable to see the improvements that the users had to enable them to work quicker and easier and better, and to be able to use some more modern technologies. The original system was built over 20 years ago, and obviously technology has moved on so much, it was really good to be able to use more modern methods.
Absolutely. What I've described to you is only one part of work that Pulsion have done with us over the years. They have been constantly monitoring, upgrading our system, future-proofing it, and consulting with us. We meet on a once-a-month regular basis to talk about where our business is going and how Pulsion can best work with us. So I feel as if I've only really touched on what you've done for us. So if anyone was ever looking for a technology partner, I would definitely recommend Pulsion.